Welcome everybody. My name is Janine Bailey from Empower World and I'm the director and co-founder along with Marie Quigley, who is not with me today, but with me is the wonderful, amazing Tara Maximed. Did I say that right?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
And Tara is one of our fantastic participants who has done our coach training and is working towards her ACC, ICF accreditation. I know well on the way. And Tara, you have also joined us at one of our Diamond workshops, our workshops to support coaches to really deepen and strengthen their coaching skills and tools and their toolbox. So we really appreciated you coming along on that workshop, which was, or one of the workshops, and this particular one was about values, understanding and aligning with our conscious values, because our values are the things that guide us and guide all of our decision making. So we know it's a powerful process. So really wanted to bring you on this interview to understand what your experience was like with the workshop in terms of not only for yourself, but also for your clients and your coaching. But before you go into that, maybe you'd like to say a little bit about yourself and where you're at.
Hi, Janine. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Well,
I am, as you said, I did the training about a year ago now, and I'm 76 hours into my my coach training hours, so I'm excited about that. Yes. I'm nearly there. I'll be there soon. Other than that, I'm a stay-at-home mum, so I'm busy with my 3 children. So it has been a big stretch for me to get this far, but this is where I want to be, and this is especially leading up to my last child, who will be in school next year. This is for me perfect timing, so I'll be fully accredited by the time she goes to school.
Excellent.
So that's where I'm at.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing, Tara. And what was the catalyst for choosing to do this particular Diamonds workshop, the values workshop?
Well, I mean, I'd heard about it through the training. I know there's plenty of workshops that you do, but this was something that really stuck out for me. I thought it would be a really useful tool to use with my clients, and I also really wanted to discover for myself what my core values were, so that I could consciously do the right thing for myself and consciously reach my full potential by realizing my values.
Fantastic. So what I understand is you have a much greater appreciation about your own values. And what's that been like for you, having that awareness?
It's been great. I mean, and especially reflecting just in the last couple of days on my values, actually. And I think for me, there hasn't necessarily been a huge change in what I do since doing the course, but what has changed for me, and reflecting on it actually the last couple of days, what has really changed for me is my perspective in what I'm doing and where I'm at. And if I go into that in further detail, I was struggling for probably quite a number of years in terms of being here and wanting to be somewhere else. And I think since doing the values course, I've been able to really change my perspective on what I'm getting out of it and why I'm here and what the end goal is. And so in terms of my life, I haven't really changed much from the values, but I've changed my perspective. And that has allowed me to be much calmer, much more relaxed, much happier in where I'm at. And the reason for that is because I know there's a reason for it. And I can see the end goal. And I can see why I've come here in the first place. Because of for example, my value of freedom, which connects to my value of belonging. And my value of belonging, which is where I want to be in a particular place in the world. But the freedom, so being here doing the work that I'm doing through coaching has given me the freedom to be able to understand where I belong. So I do belong to a particular place in the world, but I also belong here with my family around me, knowing that I'm on my right path. And I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but it makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, as long as it makes sense to you, that's fantastic. And what I'm hearing is that, you know, through doing this work, you become consciously clear of your top values, the values that inspire you, energize you, the values that are really important to you. And if you abide by them and live by them, it gives you purpose, it gives you meaning, it gives you a lot of energy. And as you say, through doing the work, because it's a huge piece of work, this values work.
Yeah.
It's really a whole coaching program when working with a client.
Yeah.
For them to find their values. And by doing this process, you can uncover the limiting beliefs, you can change perspectives, and changing perspectives is what creates change, creates our emotions.
Yeah.
What we focus on is what we get. So change perspectives. And it's also the, you know, experts like Dr. John Demartini will say our top value is, it's either our purpose or it's connected to, or my belief is that it's connected to our purpose. So yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, exactly. And being aware that what I'm doing, for me, being aware that what I was doing was in congruence with my values. However, I was fighting it. Prior to the values course, I was fighting it because I thought that I wanted to do something else. But since the values, I've realized that what I'm doing is actually in congruence with my values, and therefore it will lead me to happiness ultimately.
Yeah.
And it has already, you know, because I've been able to change my perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing that we can make at any moment.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Tara, for sharing your journey and your insights, knowing that this is such a powerful piece of work. It is, you know, understanding our values. It supports us to make the decisions, as you say, that is congruent with our authentic self and what inspires and energizes us, and, you know, makes us feel like, yeah, we're on the right path for ourselves.
Yeah, which is an amazing thing. It's an amazing place to be in.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you, Tara. You're doing an amazing job, and we really appreciate that you came along to this workshop, you know, at the beginning stages of your coaching career, let's say, so that you're in a fantastic place to also support your clients to do the same. So thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, and thank you so much for sharing your knowledge on the values with me.
You're very, very welcome.